Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we're just going to be getting on with this squirrel again. Just taking a look at him actually. I just want to do a bit more work on his ear here. Not got quite enough going on in there, so I just want to add a bit more warm grey free and a little bit of the brownish beige and the Pablo. So all I'm going to do is with the warm grey free, I'm just going to give it another coat of this. I can't remember what I used before, but just feels like it needs a little bit more. And then going in with the brownish beige. It just didn't look like it was an ear really, just looked a bit underdone, so just give it a little bit more there. I'm just going to lift the film up and see how that looks. I think that's better. I'm under the light as well, so it can be a bit tricky to sort of see. As you can see the shine with the light there. So I've got my light sort of sitting above the drawing, so hopefully it's not causing a shine there. Right, the other thing I wanted to just change as well is just down his mouth. This is coming back with fresh eyes. You know, sometimes it's good because you can look at it fresh and just think, you know, what needs changing if anything. But so yeah, with this bit here I've just sort of come round a bit too much and I just need to straighten it. Yours might be absolutely fine, but I just want to fill it in a bit more there. I'm just going to get the mono rubber just to take a little bit out above what I've just put in. Oh, throwing my pen on the floor now. Okay, I've got my tombow rubber. It decided to fling off the table. So yeah, I'm just going to come the other side of the pencil I've just put in. That's a bit better. It looked okay, but it was just a bit too far over on mine, so just a little change there. Okay, I think that's okay. Right, so I'm going to get started on his arm there. We'll move everything down and start moving down his body. Okay, so I just moved everything up. So I think the next good thing to do next would be to get this arm in and his hand. I've got the cold grey 4. I'm just going to put the dark bits in first. So we've got like the darker bit here. So I'm just going to put those bits in first. They need darkening up further, but I just want to pinpoint certain areas because we don't want to lose them. And then we've got a white tuft of fur coming across there. I'm just going to do a few lines for fur direction. And we've got a little orange patch there, so I'm just going to come under here. Just a few lines there, just so we know where we are. And then it goes off there. Okay, I'm just going to put a few more bits up here. Okay, I think that looks about right. So let's go in with the cold grey 2 now. And I'm just going to cover pretty much all of this area that's not been covered yet, just for a base layer. Making sure I'm in focus there. Okay, and then we've got this bit over the top here. Okay, so I think what would be good now, let's go to the warm grey one now. So we've got like a white bit under here, under the crease of his arm here. I think it's the inside of his arm. And then we've got the white bit that's coming across. I'm actually going to do this bit here actually, because we're going to put the, I think a burnt ochre would be good, but we'll just put this down as well. Okay, so let's go to the burnt ochre now. Just put a little bit of a browny orange in, not too much, we don't want it to be orange, but just put a smidgen of that in. So wherever you can see, a bit like up here really, that's all we're doing. Whatever colours we see, we're just putting in to build up this colourful fur that he has. And he's got a bit coming over the white bit there. And then we've got another bit further down here, which, as I say, we'll worry about his hand in a minute. I'm going to go with a bit of burnt sienna as well. I know we've used that up here. So pretty much the same with the burnt sienna. I'm just using light pressure here, just to get a bit in. Bit up there as well. So I've got the warm grey free, and I'm just coming in under his arm here. Just going to put a bit more shade in on the lighter bit. Okay, and then I'm going to start darkening, well, all the area that needs darkening. So I'm going to go with the cold grey 5 next. I'm just copying the direction of the fur. It's sort of coming up this way where his arm's bending round. I think a warm grey 6 would be good as well here. fur's quite long coming over here, so I can do longer pencil marks. All sweeping across. We've got some longer hairs coming off the edge here, so I'm just going to flick them off with a pencil, and then they get shorter again as they come round. I'm just going to continue that all the way down while I've got this pencil. So I think that's worked quite well. I think we need to darken that up a bit further in places. So I've got the warm grey 6 now, so going over to a warm grey. Top here as well, just a few bits. So I am using very light pressure now because I don't want to darken it up too much. Okay. Let's get the burnt sienna back. I just want to add a bit more brown in here. I'm wondering if the walnut brown might be a good one as well. I'm just going to get the walnut brown, I think. I think that's what we used on the top bit, I'm not sure. But I think the walnut brown would be nice as well, just in places. And we've got a lighter patch coming across here, which I'll probably take out with the rubber. I'm going to further darken that up. I'm going to get the black. Don't want to use a lot of black, but just a tiny bit to put in there. That needs sharpening. I've got the cold grey 5, and I just want to put a bit more of that up here. And go to the warm grey 6 just to warm it up, this little corner. Set there. Put a little bit more up here. Okay, right, let's go and get the tombow. And let's just take a bit of pigment out here and there just to lighten this bit that's coming over. You can use the slice tool, of course, but I tend to use the tombow because it just seems a bit softer. Just take a bit out here. It's like a white pencil, really, the tombow. That's how I think of it. Give that a bit of a brush. Okay. We need to build up this area a bit more here. So let's go with the cold grey 5, I think. I've got the cold grey 5. I'm going to just put a bit more pressure on just to darken it coming up here. I'm going to go back to the warm grey 6. So you are back and forth a little bit, but it does work. It's almost like you're putting the individual fur in. Okay, I think that's okay. Just going to get my walnut back just to add a little bit more in there. And then I think what would be good to do next is to start working down his chest area, and then we'll worry about the hands when we come further down, I think. So yeah, this would be a good area to get in next. So I just moved everything over. Let's get this area started. So I've got the warm grey 1, and I'm just going to do this whole area. We've got a lighter bit coming down this side, which I'm going to leave. I might work on the reverse side. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to tackle that bit yet. So we're just going to do the warm grey 1. I'm just going to come all over with this one, with this as a base layer. So we've got like little chunks of fur coming down here. first starts to come round the front here, sweeping across. I was thinking of doing like a white Pablo underneath, but on the reverse side maybe. I'll have a quick practice and see. So we've got a little dark bit there, so I won't go into that. So let's do these little chunks of fur coming down this side. So I'm going to go with the brownish beige again. It worked quite well up here. So where we've got these little chunks here, we just fill them in here. The warm grey 3 would be good as well for darkening up some fur areas. Also thinking the sepia 10, that's another good shade in colour. Okay, that's good. Let's put a bit in this darker area as well on his other side. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the warm grey 3. And then we've got some darker areas coming down this side. going to come in between the brownish beige bits as well. I'm just sort of going up and down with the pencil. A bit of a brush. I'm going to go to the cold grey 2, just put a bit of that down the bottom here. See, we've got a bit of cold grey just down here. It's only very minor, but we put it in. I think this sepia 10 would definitely be a good pencil as well, so let's get that out. Over to the Luminance now, the sepia 10. So down here we've got some mauve colours. So it's actually quite dark around here, so we definitely need to darken that up. I'm going to go back in with the brownish beige and just do a little bit more, then I think a bit of cocoa. It's quite dark down here. Okay, let's switch to the cocoa now, with the Pablo again. If you hear funny noises, it's my dog. I'm not quite sure what she's doing. It's quite dark on this little bit up the top here as well underneath, so I'm just doing little short movements with a pen, pencil. Put a bit of that down here as well. It's quite dark in there. Let's get a bit of the sepia 10. Let's put a bit more of that in. Move my focus there. It's quite dark in there. Right, I think what would be good now is to do a bit more down this side. So I'm going to go, actually while I've got the sepia 10, we've got some little lines coming across. So let's put them in now. A continuation from these bits. And then I think a cold grey 2, let's go with the 2. Right, so I've got the cold grey 2. Then I'm going to get my mono rubber or tombow. I never know if I should call it mono or tombow rubber. It's the same thing really. So I've got the pencil rubber tombow. I'm going to start putting in some highlights. So the first coming over here. Let's put some flicks in. So you can use the slice tool for this bit as well also if you wish. Alright, let's go back to the warm grey 3. I'm going to sharpen mine up actually. I've got the warm grey 3 here. I'm just going to sort of come between the rubber lines I've just put in. Darken these bits up as well while we're at it. I'm going to fill that little bit in there as well because I'm just going to, we've got some flicks of white fur coming across, so I'm going to put that in a minute with the rubber. Right, so I've gone to the, I've got the sepia 10 now, but with the Polychromes, just to darken up in here, just in other places. Down here because I'm going to do some white flicks in a minute. So I'm literally just using this to darken up some areas. And then let's do this bit under his chin. Okay, well that's better, that's certainly helped. Let's do this bit down here. Right, so let's get the rubber back. So as I mentioned, we've got some spiky bits of hair coming across here. Clean. I'll go back to my warm grey 6. I just want to put a bit more in here. And put a bit coming down as well. Okay, let's just do a bit more over here. I've got the warm grey 4. I just want to darken it coming down this side. Just put a bit of the warm grey 4 down here as well. I'm just wondering about adding a little bit of cream, especially coming over towards this side. So I've got the cream in the Pablo. I just want to add a bit of cream towards the edge here before it goes into the white. Just here and there. Just where the sun's coming over. Okay, let's get this hand in this side. So I've got the cold grey 2. So we've got a little orange bit there. I'm just trying to work out where we are. So it's up to hit this bit's the orange bit. But I'm going to cover the rest with the cold grey 2. Okay, let's switch to the warm grey 1. So we're back to the warm grey 1. Just fill in this top bit. And then let's get the brown ochre or the burnt ochre. So I've got the burnt ochre and I just want to fill in this little bit here. So I've now got the cold grey 5. Let's get some darker details in. So just coming off his arm bit there. So let's get these claw bits in. Okay, I'm going to get that claw in there. That needs to be even darker actually, but we'll sort that. I think there's a little bit of a claw that we can see this side. And then I think the rest are covered. So let's just get a bit more detail in now with this cold grey 5, and then we'll move up to the 6, possibly a black in places. it's basically a case of just drawing what you see. Right, let's go to the warm grey 6 now. I think a cold grey 3 might be a good idea. So I've got the 3 here. Let's add a bit more cold grey coming down here. Let me just put a bit on the edge there. That's better. I'm just going to add some black. Let's get the darker bits darker. Let's do that little claw down there. And then I think I've got the warm grey 5 just to finish up these areas here, and then we'll do that little white bit. Okay, let's do this little white bit on the top. I'm going to go with the warm grey 2. Just fill that in a bit more. Okay, and then let's get the tombow rubber and just add a few bits of white in. Just need to keep cleaning it, that's the only trouble. Just got the cold grey 3, cold grey 3. Just want to put a bit more around the edge here. Just put a bit more here and there as well. I think also once we get this bit behind him in as well, we can see if this needs darkening anymore. But I think for now that's pretty much okay. I'm just going to put a bit more in that orange area, in the burnt ochre. I'm just going to get the burnt sienna and just add a bit more brown there. As I say, if we need to revisit after the bar that he's on, we can do. So it's either doing this bit here, or maybe this bit here. Right, so I think what I'm going to do actually in this video at the end, I'm going to do this bit down here, and then I think the rest of it will be in the last video. So let's go with the warm grey 1 on this side, and then I'm thinking maybe the white on the reverse side, and you know, just see how it goes. So I've got the warm grey 1, and we don't want to leave it blank, although it's very bright in the photo, but I'm thinking putting the white underneath on the reverse side might just brighten it a bit more. And if we don't know what we've done, we can just rub it out. He's also got a lot of light fell on the top of his hand there. Okay, so we've got a nice cover there of the warm grey one. Just come under his chin a bit there as well. Right, so as you can see, I've just flipped it all round. So I've got the white Pablo, and I'm just going to do as I said before, just put in the white. It might not make much difference, but we'll see how it looks. And then I thought while it's on this side, I'll darken up some areas as well, so flipping it again later. You've got to shine, just move that light a bit there. Okay, so what I could also do while I've got my white Pablo, so like with the lighter fur bits, I'm going to go over on this side. This is what I do love about the matte both sides with the film. It just gives you that extra chance to fill in a bit more. It does make a difference. When you see I flip it over, you'll see it just gives that extra layer. So if you are doing this on paper, I do apologise, obviously you won't be able to do this, but just do a few odd lighter bits coming down the chest area. Move my light a bit more, hopefully it's okay there. So I've just moved him up. I'm still on the reverse side. I'm just going to do a bit of work on the eye. So I'm just going to lighten it up the top, just in places. And I might put a bit in the ear as well. So wherever you want to lighten it, just put a bit of white in. You can't really go wrong, to be honest. I think what will be good as well while we're on the reverse is get the black, and then let's darken some areas. So like around the outside of the eye, I'll just sort of go around with the dark, and it will just help darken it. Okay, and then let's just come down his neck. I'm just going to put a bit down here, and then we'll flip it over and see if it's helped. Well, it would have helped, but we'll see if it's enough. It'll probably be good to work on the reverse side for when we do the bars actually. Okay, I'm going to flip it all back. Okay, so I just flipped him all over. I think that's improved things there. So I think we'll leave the video there. I'll just turn the light off, just so you can sort of see it in normal daylight. It's not great daylight today, but yeah, I think that's looking good. It's definitely helped around the eye, I think, as well, where we've darkened it and put a bit more of a catch light there. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there, and I hope to see you on the next video.